Welcome everybody to another draft of Aetherdrift. I'm Ananda MTG, trying to make the magic happen. Without further ado, let's draft. So, there is a full throttle. Like, I think... no, this is a playable card, definitely. But I'm not sure if it's the best out of the pack. It's a 6-mana sorcery. It gains me a lot of combat phases, but other than that, there's a lot of good cards in this pack as well. And I think Spell Pierce is okay. Risen Necro Regent is alright. At max speed, I can make a zombie token. That's a really good card. But what has more value? There is a Risen Necro Regent. It's like a 5-mana 4/5 creature. That's a token generation. Other than that, there's just very solid green commons. When this enters, I gain 4 life, and I think the green card has more value. It's the better choice. I'll take that over the Risen Necro Regent. Alright, and here we have a Momentum Breaker that makes an opponent sacrifice a creature. We have an Ooze Patrol that is good in the Golgari Mill deck. There's a Dune Drifter, that's a reanimation spell. Then we have a Boosted Sloop, Collision Course. Common wise, there's a Howl's Heavy. Burner Rocket is okay. Venomsec Lagak, that's a playable card, and I think given the green start, I should probably just focus on taking this. So this will only work in the Golgari deck, or like it can be a great big creature, but the Venomsec Lagak, that's a Death Toucher. So I think that's the better choice for this from this pack, so I'll take that. Okay, now there is a Sky Serpent Seeker and a Keen Buccaneer, a Hull Drifter, so but no other green cards. So I'm thinking, and those were both common, meaning the guy to my right, a person to my right, probably took some green cards, but I must still take the Sky Serpent Seeker since that is just a very solid card, and the Simic deck can be very strong in Aetherdrift. Other than that, there is an Intimidation Tactics, which is okay, but I think it's not clever to pass the Sky Serpent Seeker that early, so I'll take that. Okay, and now there's another Migrating Catrodon, which is definitely a really good common card in green. So now we can make some speculations about the other colors. So there is a blue and red rare. I guess there is this card. So the Cycling deck is definitely an option worth considering. Then, because nobody plays it, and it for sure, and it can be very strong. But I will just stay with the green pick, because green is such a strong color. So that's definitely the better pick for me now. Okay, now there is a Jungle Hollow, and that could be also a sign for Golgari being open. Then there's Nesting Bot, Memory Guardian. That fits into the affinity deck for artifacts. Now there's a Rocketeer Boot Buggy. That's just an exceptional Gruul card. It's a card that it's a vehicle that when you exhaust it, it becomes a creature. And I think I will, since I'm not all, and red seems to be open, I think I should be taking that card before I take the land, since my start is also not Golgari. Okay, now there's a Fearless Swashbuckler that has haste. Vehicles I control have haste. Whenever you attack, if a pirate and a vehicle attack this combat, Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards. Okay, so this can be crazy in the discard deck, I guess. Then there's a Defend the Rider, which is a solid interactive spell in the green deck. And I think that's probably the better pick for me. Like, you know, I could be clever. Maybe it would be clever to switch. Now we're just 4 picks into the draft for the cycling deck, but I get too greedy. I got good comments, and now I'll just live with that and decide if my second color is blue or red. Or maybe I'm clever and switch. Still, it's not too late to switch for the cycling deck, but there's just nothing here. I'll take this, starting my engines, and at max speed adding mana into my pool. And here is a unstoppable plan. There is a Rocky Roads, there's a Broadcast Rambler. White seems also very open. Siphon Fuel is a good black card. Gastral Blockbuster, so I think maybe the Golgari could be something worth considering. But there's... no, I still think, should I just swap to red and green? Red and blue. Maybe the person next to me is gonna think that. I'm not sure. I'll take the Prowcatcher Specialist because I think that's at this point the best card. Also looking at my curve, and now I should definitely be on the lookout for some interaction or some combat tricks, since I have a lot of creatures, but nothing too spectacular so far. So black is just an idea and blue is just an idea. Okay, but red is something that definitely is coming my way. So returning all mounts and vehicles from your graveyard to the battlefield. Like, do we have... This is a mount, this is a vehicle, but those are not. This is a vehicle. Like, I think I can just take this card, but I'm not sure if I really want to play it now. Ooh, that was a Dynamite Diver, but that's a good one pick anyway. That pings for 1 damage when it dies. I think I can take another one of those. That's a playable card. Can take out a 2/2. Ether Jacket. Wow. Wreck Remover. So I'll take the Ether Jacket. We'll put it in my sideboard. And now there's a forest. Okay, so there is a Thunderous Velocipede, and that is a... oh no, that's not... What does it do? Trample. Each other vehicle and creature you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter. Oh yeah, on it if its mana value is 4 or less. Otherwise, it enters with 3. That is just a crazy card. I've played it before. It's a really good vehicle. That's just crazy. Every creature is going to be to come into play with a +1/+1 counter at least. So that is just an exceptional card. Definitely something I want in my deck, since that can be game changing. Other than that, there is a Fang Druid Summoner, there's a Bestow Greatness, there's a Prowcatcher Specialist, and there's a Night Market. But this rare is too good to pass that on. Another Defend the Rider. There's a Grease Ranch Goblin, which is also a good exhaust card. Then we have Hazard of the Dunes, we have Gibrick Omnivore, we have Pothole Mole, and Goblin Surveyor. And Gibrick Omnivore is a good card, but looking at my curve, I definitely should be focusing on something to play in the later turns. So I think the Hazard of the Dunes is the common I want from that pack. And now we have a Fearless Swashbuckler again. Wow. We have a Gibrick Omnivore, we have a Marauding Mako, we have a lightning strike, and I think that's what I'll take out of this pack, since I definitely I'm looking for some interaction, and I definitely need more interaction. Sky Serpent Seeker is probably now a dead idea, I guess, but I'll take the lightning strike from this pack to see how much interaction I have. I'll put it here. Burner Rocket, I'll put it on the interactive pile. And here we have Bloodghast, Unswerving Sloth, Gastel Raider. Those are okay cards. Bloodghast is actually, I think it's a good card. People, you can argue with me, another Hazard of the Dunes, and I think at this point that's the best card for me. But Bloodghast is really strong. It just keeps coming back whenever you play a land. So that's, in my opinion, that's an exceptional card. So there's a Lord of the Undead. There's a Pacesetter Paragon. Oh sure, that's a good card. I think it's, in this case, probably better than... Or should I take another Defend the Rider? Since, like... this is interaction for me. Okay, 3 interactive spells. This is a 1-drop that I will play 2 times. Not sure about that one. That comes on the maybe pile. And the Pacesetter Paragon is just a fine creature. There's more interaction, green interaction, but I believe that was the right choice. The Pacesetter Paragon is a strong uncommon. Now here we have Burner Rocket, another one, a Migrating Catrodon. Wow, should I just take the third one? Not sure if that's really a good idea, or just another Burner Rocket, but to be honest, I have some 2-drops and I have some 1-drops. Those can block, and this. But I'm not looking to go very much into speed. I'm looking to go into green big creatures later on. So, Migrating Catrodon it is, and here I'll take the Pothole Mole. That's just a playable card, but it's not too good in my opinion. This makes another creature token, so I guess that's okay. It can mount, but yeah, not too fond of it, but it can make a token later on. And here we have a red and green rare. Wow, so I'll put the Sky Serpent Seeker now in my sideboard, and I think the rare is actually the best card. It's a 2-mana 2/3 creature with vigilance, and that's just good. So I'll just take the Redshift. Happy to see that there are some good cards in my deck, but I think I have no Autarch Mammoth that could be really good. I have no I have not the best green cards. I forced green a little bit and I'm not too proud of it. Here I'll take the Bestow Greatness, since that can still that can really be good. Bestow Greatness, put it on my interaction spell. And here Goblin Surveyor. Like, I don't really want to play that. Pacesetter Paragon is something I want. Those are all cards I want to play. Those are all cards I can play. But the Endrider Catalyzer, I'll put it in the sideboard for now. And the Goblin Surveyor, definitely also gonna put it in the sideboard. I'll play it if there's no better cards. But the Gibrick Omnivore, for me, actually, you see, it's a better card. It's a 3/2 for 2 mana, and the Goblin Surveyor is a 3/2 for 3 mana, so this can take out an artifact and a Hull Drifter. Okay, Gastel Blockbuster, put it in the sideboard. And here another Defend the Rider. Is that such a bad card? I can use I'll put it in here. So okay, taking the Forest and the Rocky Roads. And here we have a Bright Glass Gearhulk. We have a Point the Way, Trade the Helm. We have Dynamite Diver, Kickoff Celebration, Magmakin Artillerist. We have a Runover, and I think that's the card I want to take out of this pack, since that is interaction and removal, and definitely I'm lacking a removal, so I'll take the Runover very gladly. Put it on my interactive spell pile. And now I think this deck is starting to look better. Looking solid. I'm not too fond of the second Defend the Rider, Rise from the Wreck. Like, it can return one target creature card as well, and I think I can just return something like the Pace Setter Paragon once that dies. Maybe that's not too bad. Other than that, there's nothing too spectacular. Velo Heartbite, Broken Wings, Alacrian Jaguar. I'm not sure if I want to take that. It's a 5 mana, but it can be. Yeah, I'll take the creature. In this case, I'll take the creature since I have a good amount of interactive spells. I will trade some of them for better things, but I think the Alacrian Jaguar is good. Return to draft. Yeah, and now, yeah. Okay, it's the next pack. So we have a Sky Crash, we have a Dynamite Diver, we have a Bestow Greatness, we have a Grim Bauble, we have a Bounce Off, and I think I'll just take the Sky Crash, since I can cycle that for 1 red mana later on. And I think it's a card worth playing. Ooh, and now we drew a Tarion. And that, my friends, is definitely coming into my deck. That makes me happy, since that is one of the biggest, most unbeatable creatures in the whole Aetherdrift realm. Here we have Ooze Patrol, a Road Rage. Sure, that is also... that is removal that I can definitely use. I'll confirm that, and I will put out the Defend the Rider for that. Looking good. Boom Scholar coming my way. Exhaust abilities cost less. That's good. I'll take the Boom Scholar gladly, and I think what I will put, this is also not a vehicle. I'm not too fond of that card. Well, okay, I think I can put out the Gibrick Omnivore, since that is just not good enough. Sky Crash coming on my interactive pile, and here the other Boom Scholar. Sure, that's definitely worth taking. I'll take that. And here's a Hazard of the Dunes, Prowcatcher Specialist, but I just took the blue card. How come? Hazard of the Dunes or a Prowcatcher Specialist? Looking at my mana curve, the Prowcatcher Specialist fits that better. And now we have a Point the Way and a Dynamite Diver. Sure, Dynamite Diver, I'll take it, but I think I'll put it in the sideboard now. Hey, wow, a Rugged Highland coming my way. That's definitely fine and dandy. And now we have a Bestow Greatness coming into the sideboard. Here, there's just nothing. Okay, Godlight Matrix. And so the blue and red train. I didn't look for the cards now. I didn't look at the blue cards, especially since I knew that something I would not be playing. But I think this deck is looking solid. Here, those are all cards that are mediocre, and those are all cards that actually are definitely playable. I don't have that much removal or big removal, so I think I'm not sure if this deck is too good. That's 8 and okay. Yeah, I can live with that. Good. What do I put out? Do I put out the I'll put out the Sky Crash, I guess, since, or the Defend the Rider. What has more value? Making something indestructible for 1 mana is actually something I prefer over removing an artifact. But nah, I'll put the Defend the Rider out, and I'll put remove the artifact in, because I have a feeling that's the better idea. And also, if I don't need it, I'll just cycle it and maybe get a creature off of it. So, and if I don't have a creature, actually, the making something indestructible is not the best thing. Okay. First match, Migrating Catrodon, Hazard of the Dunes, Venomsac Lagak. Yeah, that's a card I can keep. A hand I can keep. Playing a land. Opponent draws a card. Plays a forest as well. Followed by a point the way. I don't have many people. I don't have seen that card in play a lot. Sacrifice this, search your library for X basic lands. I think it's not a really good card, to be honest. I'll just play the Venomsac Lagak, pass the turn. But let's see, they can get some basic lands, which is always it's a mirror match. So it's a Rocketeer Boot Buggy that can be crewed or exhausted. I'll just X damage, where X is 2 plus the number of mounts or vehicles you control. So that's 3 damage, and that's to target creature or planeswalker. I'll play the Prowcatcher Specialist and attack with both of them for 4 damage. Opponent goes down to 16, and now I'll end the turn. So this does 2 damage, 3 damage at the moment. Lumbering World Wagon, sure. That is 3/4, and now they can search for a basic land card. Sure. So these are no mounts. Passing to attackers. My turn. Drew a land, not what I needed now, and I'll play the Hazard of the Dunes. And I can still attack again for 4. Opponent goes down to 12 life. Passing over the turn to my opponent, who drew a card, and plays. Gotta play something. They're gonna crew that now. They're gonna play a land. They can go in for 5 damage, or they can exhaust this, attack for 4 damage. But I think they're gonna wanna be a little more defensive, on the defensive side. Not sure. Okay, Caradora, that is when it enters, search for a mount or vehicle, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Okay. And then if one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature or vehicle you control, that many +1 are put on it instead. Okay, Drogosaur Auxiliary, sure. Flying Haster 4/4. If that's the biggest card and the best card, then I think actually, but it's a good card. No, it can kill my Migrating Catrodon, but only if I block with it. So I guess now I'll just, yeah, I think I'll exhaust the Prowcatcher Specialist, make it bigger. Now it's a 4/3, able to take out anything from there. And I definitely should continue to make pressure, because all of my creatures are capable of killing their creatures, and I think attacking now is the fair thing. But I could have road raged the Caradora before. That would have been the smart move. But I'm obviously seems like I'm not too smart. Okay, they're crewing that, but now I can road rage that, and that is just cool. So because now they cannot block with anything, going down to 2 life. So I think this game is probably mine. I don't think they can turn that around, but you know, It's okay. I shouldn't party too early. I should be focused and okay, they're giving that life link and indestructible. Sure. Was that the smartest move? Are they now, if they attack, they can crew that? They can't crew that. So I think this game is over. Okay, taking 4 life, going in for, okay. I can play the Migrating Ketrodon, and I can attack, and that's just probably, and I could, wow, what do? I'll attack with everything, wanna make damage, wanna go in for damage. Opponent nice. All right. I'll keep that hand, even though I don't have a 1 or 2 drop. But I think that's still a keepable hand. Opponent. Wonder what deck they're playing. Time to find out, but my opponent is shy. Okay, also a Rugged Highland. Sure. So, in this case, I think being on the play is good, because next turn I can go in for 4 damage with the Rocketeer Boot Buggy and the Marauding Mako. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, put that many +1/+1 counters on that creature. So they're not gonna want that. So I think I'll play the Pace Setter Paragon, and I'll crew that with the Pace Setter Paragon, and I'll go in for 3 damage, creating a treasure token. Nice. And they are taking the damage, going down to 18 life, passing the turn to my opponent. I'm wondering if I should cycle the Sky Crash. They're playing a Ticket Tortoise. I can remove it, so I don't think I'll cycle the Sky Crash. Sure, because them not having a remover, a blocker, is definitely a thing that is good in my situation at this point. Destroy the artifact, auto pay, and I can attack with the Pace Setter Paragon. All attack. Let's see if they block or not. No blockers, so I will activate the Exhaust ability and gaining double strike, putting a +1/+1 counter on the Pace Setter Paragon, going in for 6 damage, and that is good. Opponent cycles a Clamorous Ironclad, sure, going down to 12 life. Okay, I actually this deck turns out to be good, turns out to be solid. At least it has a solid start. So, but I have nothing to cast next turn. But I can make this a creature. So I guess it's just all right. Opponent attacking with the Marauding Mako, but I'm not sure why they did attack me, but so next turn I'll be able to cast the Migrating Ketrodon. But this turn I will just activate the Exhaust ability, make this a creature, and go in for 7 damage. They have some flash creature or some removal spell. Okay, so that's why they waited to do that. destroying the Rocketeer boost buggy, sure. But I'll still go in for 3 damage. And I can cycle the Migrating Catrodon, or I can just play it next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will not cycle that, even though it's tempting. But you know, playing 2 of them each other turn is just good. Okay, Hull Drifter, sure. Drawing 2 cards, sure. They can discard many cards. I'll pass to damage. Going down to 17, okay. They cannot crew that now. Marauding Mako, that needs to be crewed with a 3 power. Okay, my turn. So I'll play a land and I will attack opponent. Okay, taking the damage. Now I'll play the Migrating Catrodon and pass over the turn, gaining 4 life, having a big reach creature that is definitely stronger than what my opponent has to offer at the moment. Looking good. Night Markets, cycle that, sure. Marauding Mako, okay. Another Marauding Mako. They can discard cards. Elvish Refueler. Okay, but now they need to block, and I have the second Migrating Catrodon, so I think I have the upper hand, and I drew another Migrating Catrodon. My god. Thanks for playing them. So I was not stupid. That was not a bad decision. Elvish Refueler needs to go away. But this is the last thing they will sacrifice. So I guess the Hull Drifter is the first thing to go, since it's a vehicle, not a creature. Okay, they're gonna go for my Migrating Catrodon, but I can kill both of them. That doesn't even matter in which order. And now I'll play another Migrating Catrodon. Definitely still on the upper hand and also gaining 4 life. Game is looking good for me, but let's see what the opponent has to offer. Okay, that will be stronger now. Maybe they have a Bestow Greatness, but maybe they have one. But they're actually a cycling deck, splashing for the Elvish Refueler, I guess. It's definitely worth doing, but so what's the play? Oh wow, this is mana value 6, so if I play this and next turn this enters with 3 additional +1/+1 counters on that. So I guess I'll just attack with the Migrating Catrodon. Or not, no, for sure I'll attack with both. They can, however they block, like, sure, that's how they block, but having the upper hand and the bigger creature. And now I'll play the Thunderous Velocipede. So next turn I can go also in for trampling, but I can also cast the Migrating Catrodon. So I think that's okay. Mu Yanling, okay, sure. Sure. I'll attack with the Thunderous Velocipede after casting the Migrating Catrodon, if they don't remove it now. But however this turns out, I can attack with the Migrating Catrodon. I can also attack with this, because like they can just block it with the Elvish Refueler, but they are gonna put a +1/+1 counter on that. I believe it's what I would do, but I have a feeling that this is gonna go okay. Now we can see that the lack of removal is just a little sad. Okay, this is a Vigilance and it's gonna enter with, but this is just what I definitely need now. And then I have a 9/9 and I have 29 life. So okay, sure. if I crew it now, I think it doesn't work, but I can live with that. I can also live with making just my Alacrian Jaguar a 7/7 and just having those creatures on the board. So I will attack with all of my creatures. They have to block somehow, and they cannot kill the Pacesetter Paragon, not even with the biggest creature. So okay, that's now gone. Opponent is definitely a tough bone. Okay, exhausting the Elvish Refueler, but playing a Vinivixed Verbose Host. I don't know how to pronounce that. And now I'll just play the Thunderous Velocipede, because that is something I want. And now I'll attack with those two creatures. They are passing two blockers. Okay, sure. And they can just exhaust that for 1. Then it's a 6. But I still should definitely... I'll try to kill the Elvish Refuel. That needs to go away. Yeah, okay. So they were just bluffing, or they had to sacrifice it. So nice. Okay, this deck actually works out. A Pacesetter Paragon turns out to be a solid, a really good creature actually. Migrating Catrodon having 3 copies is just insane. But now they have a Loot, which is a double strike vigilance haste creature, adding mana, drawing cards, and dealing damage, which is crazy. Okay, so no blocks here, and now they will activate the draw 3 cards ability probably. Okay, double strike, that's a good card. It's actually, I have not played against it. Okay, so but they will not activate the ability, not now. And now I can just play the Hazard of the Dunes, entering with a +1/+1 counter, and now I will attack with all of them. Yeah, sure, because then they need to block the Migrating Catrodon with 1 creature. So I need to keep on pressuring my opponent. Okay, that's how they are blocking. Sure. But it still dies, I guess. They're deciding whether to draw 3 cards or to deal 3 damage. But okay, wow, so they want the Loot to live, but yeah, I think next turn it's gonna be over, but they can still draw 3 cards. Okay, yeah, sure, I thought that's what they'll do. Next to first strike damage, and now it's that. End the turn, opponent draws a card. They're a tough one. Now they have enough cards. Okay, Goblin Surveyor and a Thopter Fabricator. Sure. Okay, they just took all rares and put them in a deck, and somehow it works. But I have Trample now. Okay, they're going in for 4 damage, no blocks here. And I will open with the Alacrian Jaguar. That comes in to play as a 7/7, and I'll open with the Prowcatcher Specialist that has haste. And I think, my friend, now I can still crew that with the Prowcatcher Specialist, and go in for 5 with trample. So even with the double strike, and even I think that's the game. And I'll attack with all of my creatures next to blockers. I think they cannot come out of that. Nothing they can do. Maybe so, okay. Good game. Okay, yeah. Making the magic happen. Sure. Okay. Wow. No red mana source. That is just something like I can cycle that. I guess it's worth trying. Maybe I draw a card. If not, I can cycle the Migrating Ketrodon. That's at least like it's 4 cards that I will be able to draw. That potentially next end turn. That potentially can be a red mana source. And I do definitely believe in the red mana source. Coming now my way. Please, 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 please. Yes. Nice. Okay. Or now even better, I can still cast the Prowcatcher Specialist. That is definitely good. Sure, I'll attack. I'll trade if you want. They don't wanna trade. So they are a mono white deck or something. Yeah, if it's so open, you can just play a mono white deck probably, I guess. Okay, now it's time to play the Rugged Highland. And now another Prowcatcher Specialist. Still attack with both of my creatures. Keep making pressure. Opponent is having the upper hand, but next turn I just cast my Tarion, Skyseer's Chariot. Sure, that is okay. Prowcatcher Specialist. Activated abilities can cost 2 more. Okay, so I'll play the Tarion, and I'll still attack for 4 damage. I don't care if they... That's good. I don't care. They have a flyer, but still I can kill that next turn. Don't have any mounts though, so I can just make 2 damage. But the flyer is a 4/4 now. And next turn I can put the... Okay, now it's a matter of speed. Are they fast enough or am I fast enough? Road Rage. Road Raging the Leonine Surveyor or the Canyon Vaulter doesn't actually... It actually doesn't matter. I'll just kill the Leonine Surveyor. And wow, and attack with all of my creatures. Keep on putting pressure like they cannot. Was that stupid? No, they have to block me. Yeah, they have to block both. If not, they're dead. Yeah. Okay, so 8 life. They have it. Oh, and now they can go in for 5 damage. That was stupid. That was stupid. I'll concede. Wow. Oh my god. I forgot that. But they could have crewed it. No, they could have crewed that for 2 with that and attacked for 5. Okay, so. Right. Okay. Sure, that is a hand that is worth keeping. Prowcatcher Specialist is solid. It's a solid creature. I'm happy to have it. Ooh, well, oh, that's okay. All right. Now I'll play the Prowcatcher Specialist to go in for 2 damage with the Haster, passing the turn. Okay, playing a land, and now I don't want to run over the Gibrick Omnivore. That's just not clever. I guess I can use that later for a bigger threat. This I can just I can play the Dynamite Diver for sure, and if I want to attack, like, they're gonna trade. But yeah, I'll attack. They are blocking. Okay, do I kill it now? No, I'll just play the Rocketeer Boost Buggy later on. I can crew that with the Dynamite Diver, and I'll accept that my Prowcatcher is now dead. Sure. Now I'll play the Rocketeer Boost Buggy. I will create a treasure token whenever this attacks, and I can exhaust it to make it a 4/3. It's just a fine card actually as well. Okay, Velo Hard Bike, sure. They gain 2 life. Oh wow, how did I miss playing the Rocketeer Boost Buggy? How's that possible? Okay, I'll destroy that artifact since now it's not used. Now it's the mana isn't just. But I'm pissed now. I don't like that. Okay, pissed at myself. Sure, I'll attack with this creature. Yeah, going down to 19 life, drawing a card. Shouldn't happen. These things shouldn't happen, but they happen. I'm just human. Everyone makes mistakes. It's late in the evening and I've had a long day. Just wanted to make a video, but you know, even though I make mistakes, it just also turns out, so maybe it's all okay. It's all right, and it also gains trample. Do I want to play that or like the burner rocket? I'll attack. Ooh. I'll attack. Next to blockers. So, do I want to make the most damage or do I? No, I'll just flash in the burner rocket to make at least 3 damage. Just go slow. I have time. Okay. Opponent is going down to 17 life, I guess. Like, okay, the Marauding Mako grows whenever they discard 1 card. And they can cycle stuff. So they are a cycling deck with the green splash, or they are... I don't really understand this deck. Opponent can't decide what to do. Playing an island. Playing a Rocketeer Boost Buggy, sure. So I think they will exhaust that, or they want to play something else. Okay, Rocketeer Boost Buggy. Okay, they made it a creature. I think that's good. That's a good thing since I can take it out with the run over now. And that's probably what I should be doing. Okay, taking a damage. And now, this makes a treasure token when I attack. And this is just a 3/1. But it's like, I don't want to kill that. I don't want to sacrifice that. So I'll crew that with the Dynamite Diver. I'll attack for 1. They will not block, I guess. They will take the damage. And now I'll run over the Rocketeer boost buggy, kill it, and end the turn. So I can cycle that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to cast it soon, so probably better if so now I am in the position where I have 1 creature and just vehicles, and that's just suboptimal. I don't know what's the right word, like it's not ideal. Alright, pass to attackers. They go in for 3 damage. Okay, the Fearless Swashbuckler in combination with the Marauding Mako is definitely good. I saw 2 of those in the packs. Maybe I should have tried to swap for the deck, but you know, my deck looks good. It seems to work out. Cycling the Migrating Ketrodon now. I need a creature. Okay, land, wow. That's not ideal, but I'll play the Thunderous Velocipede, since that is maybe something they are gonna focus on. And now I'll still crew that, because why not? They're both 3 power, and I like this. They can block this, but game is also going, actually it's going good. I have the Bestow Greatness to surprise the opponent later on, and they decide to kill my Burner Rocket and also the Dynamite Diver. Wow. No. Oh, cool, it's not. Wow, cool. Okay, cycling. Sure. Oh, okay, that's fair play. Sure. That I didn't see that coming, but the Howler's Heavy surprised me like a lot of times actually. It's actually a really good blue common, the Howler's Heavy. It's a good combo trick. Okay, tapping that and making it lose its abilities is definitely not cool, but yeah, it is how it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I crew that, I can... so maybe I should crew it now. Okay, they are attacking. Going down to 12 life. Okay, playing a forest. Now it's my turn. Playing a land. And now I will... This is... I cannot afford to exhaust it and then play the Bestow Greatness. But I can still crew it. And I think I'll just wait and have the surprise on my side, and maybe just also I'll not attack. I'll pass the turn. If they want to remove it or something, then I can just crew it in response. So okay, they play a Burnout Bastronaut. Sure, starting their engines. Passing to attackers. Now I wanna get rid of the Fearless Swashbuckler, so I will crew that with the Dynamite Diver, and then I wanna declare blocker. Destroying target vehicle. Wow. Yeah. What can I do? I can just accept it. And yeah, I can just accept that. Okay. Not cool. Opponent has more tricks up his sleeve than up their sleeve than I would like them to. Okay, going down, going at, so thing is, I don't want to cycle that because this can save me. If I draw a land, Didn't draw land, but I'll play the Dynamite Diver, and I still have the Bestow Greatness as a surprise effect, and I think they're gonna attack, and they're gonna push that, pump that creature. No attacks. I wanna have the element of surprise for my Bestow Greatness. That's a cute dog licking a person, and I want to kill the Burnout Bastronaut. Since that has menace, this has 3, 4, 5, and wow. Passing to attackers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can make this a... I'll block with both. 2 blockers. What are they doing now? Yeah. So I'll just I'll save the Bestow Greatness to kill them next turn with the surprise, if I can somehow manage. Wow. So 2 damage to this creature. I need a creature. Then I'm on the safe side. Cycling something. Ooh, okay. Yeah, sure. What can I do? I definitely need a creature, and I need a... or a land. I actually need a land. Wow, Stampeding Scurryfoot doesn't go my way here. Doesn't seem to be really good. Okay, Pace Setter Paragon. Not able to... wow, that's it. Okay, that's it. Good game. Alright, I want a 3rd win at least. I want 3 or 4 wins. Alright, give me a good starting hand. Please, a good starting hand. No. No. Wow. I shouldn't keep that hand. I can play the Sky Crash or the Lightning Strike. I can cycle that. Wow. It's very, very bad. I'll mulligan. Or... yeah. No. Oh. Oh, wow. Now it's even worse. Now I can't even... oh, wow. I'll still keep. Put back the Hazard of the Dunes. Play a forest and hope for a mountain. Please. Molt Tender, sure. Mountain. No. Forest. Please. Oh, wow. I shouldn't have... but the first hand was also very unideal. Suboptimal is... oh, no. Come on. That's too bad. Wow, I hate that. Come on. They're attacking me. Going down to 16. They're up at 3 speed. Playing a daring mechanic. And I drew another forest. Wow, that's just... okay. Like, I'm not gonna concede. I'll just wait, but this is too bad. If I draw Eterian, wow. No. 5. Okay, good. Wow, that's too bad. So these things happen, not making the magic happen, but this is just not fun. Anyways, I hope you like the content. If you do, please hit the like and subscribe button, so you're helping me out make more content of this. It's just a thing, doesn't cost you a thing, it's for free. So have a nice day.